Be a leader and who is not. Okay. Some of them have concluded that leader as a teacher, leader is who is living for other. Leader is who fighting for the rights of others. The leaders are those who are not living for themselves. They are not fighting, they are not living for their own life. Okay, the leaders are those who are just fighting for the rights of the others. And that is called a real leader. Okay, those who are living for others, not for themselves. How many students commented that leaders for others, not for themselves? Raise your hand. Yes. Great. Yes, done. Yes, of course. I always acknowledge and I always admit the leaders who lead for the nation and they live for others. They never ever had greediness for them, for their own rights, for their own choices, for their own futures, for their own thankful wishes. Okay? That we have to do this for ourselves. We have to do this one for our futures. We have to do for our own family. They were not the leaders. And we are just calling that they are leaders, but not the leaders. In real sense, they are not leaders. Exactly, leaders are those who live for others. They always raise the voice for others. They fought for the nations. They fought for their rights. They fought for their generations. They fought for the freedom. Okay? Now, the examples that I must quote here. To whom you're exactly calling a leader? Who is a real leader nowadays? In your perception, they were the leaders, you call them as a leader, and you are just thinking that he or she is a leader because he has an actual political party. Okay? But I don't believe so. That they are the real leaders for leading the nation, for guiding the nation, for living for others, for helping the nation. Okay? Leaders exactly are those who are just living the life for the cause of others, for the cause of their rights, for the cause of other people. Those who are just living for others' rights and benefits. Life is, we have been blessed life that we have once. Okay, we cannot live again. Okay, there's no any type of the. Okay, we can live after here in Jannah. Okay, in paradise, or okay, actually, yes, hell. Not the. We are just claiming that we will live in paradise. Okay, how many students are? How many are dreaming for this? What I tell? Yes, exactly. They are living for not for other side. They're living for their past lives. They're living for life hereafter. Okay, life for the paradise, a life for heaven, life for their own goodness. Okay, not for others' goodness. This is not the life. Okay. Steve Jobs. Did he live for himself? Yes, Steve Jobs. Did he live for himself? He wasn't done anything for money. He wasn't done created anything for money. He wasn't done with all these things due to Latin. They had relations for their best life, for their own wealth, for their own greatness, that we have a live for our own self. But they live for others. Yes, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs shipped before shipping his iPhone 6 weeks before his iPhone. He wanted to have icons on his mobile that people could lick, people could laugh. Okay, not that people could just use mobile and there should be only the production and services issue. Okay? We are producing the things and we are selling them for our own benefit. Never. They never ever lived for, he never ever lived for his own benefits. But he wanted to give us something that could change the people's life. That should be very expensive but unique. That should be a very costly, but it should be valuable. Okay, he lost his last giving a gift to everyone in the world is iPhone. And how many of us that they are saying that Steve Jobs did everything for himself? Never. Never ever he did anything for himself, but he did everything for people. He did everything for people's life, for the people's luxury. Okay, how many students are disagree with that? Albert Sabin invented and discovered what a polyvaccine. Okay, how many from you all they disagree with Albert Sabin did everything for money?
Sir, we don't know about the Albert Sabin.
Albert Sabin did everything for money. Okay, he did everything for his own benefits. He did nothing, do anything for the rights of the people, for the health of the people. Exactly, he did everything for the health of the people. Okay, he invented or discovered a polio vaccine. Okay, we're injecting and getting a health, getting strength. We are healthy. We have a paralyzed legs and hands and arms because we have been injected in our early life. That was a polio vaccine. It wasn't done for money, or it was done for money. I will never ever claim that it was done for money. Martin Cooper, the example. He did everything for himself. He did everything for money. Did he do everything for his own benefits, for his own luxury or the luxurious life? He wanted to connect people in a one room by inventing mobile phone, the phone cast. Martin Cooper, a great example. Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa did everything for money.
Others.
Yes. She did do, okay, she did nothing. Okay. She did nothing for herself, rather for others. It was not that we're just claiming that, yes, the things that those were invented and discovered for the lives and for their own benefits, for scientists' benefits, for inventors' benefits, but we are not claiming, at least I cannot claim that these things were done for the money. Now, they wanted to give something for the people. They wanted to give different thing to the people. She lived for others. She lived for the leprosy. Okay? Mother Teresa. Other example. Nelson Mandela.
Helen Keller.
Yes. Nelson Mandela did for everything for himself that I could be called as a leader when I will die. Okay? Never. He never thought that when I will be died, when I will embrace the death, the people will say that he did everything for himself. No, he did everything for the freedom of the people, for the leadership of the poor people, not for the money. He did nothing, okay? He did nothing for himself, okay? He did everything, and he always took a step for the people. Okay, 27 years of the bars. He was put behind the bars for the 27 years, but he never ever considered him as a defeated, that I have to leave now, that victory is far from me. The victory is in my hands. If nation is free, if we are living for the nation, for the solution of the nations, exactly, we will be benefited. We will be beneficial at the end of our days. We have been blessed with this, with a great life, and just we are wasting it in our one matters. We are not giving something to others. We are not living for others. The great example, Muhammad. He never ever lived for him. He never ever claimed that I am doing everything for myself because I need everything. At the end of the day, I will enjoy the paradise. But he came for the leadership of the nation, to give a right path way to the nation. It was the personality of the Muhammad. He was the prophet of Allah. But he never thought that I have been sent on this planet of the earth, on the planet of this earth, that I am a superior to all. Okay? But he ever thought for the rights of the people. He ever helped the poor. He ever lead the poor and orphans and the shepherds. Okay, yes, how many from you all can deny that Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam lived for himself? He lived for others. There are uncountable examples we are experiencing from the Quran, okay, from the audience. He lived for himself, not for, he never lived for himself. He lived for others. That is called a leadership. That please come out from your great slumbers. Those will lead you to the death, to the actual failure you are doing. You are going to enjoy, you are going to celebrate the final failure if you are so far from the Almighty's guide. If you are denying the rights, existence of the God, you are really denying your own existence. If you are accepting, if you're acknowledging heartedly to the God that He has created us, we have to follow Him as He is guiding us through Holy Quran. But for this Holy Quran, who came in the last, who became the prophets of the prophets, who became the prophet of Allah, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he was not for only a people, those who are just rich, wealthy, well-to-do, but he was for poor. He was for needy. He was always trying his level best to guide, to help to the poor, so that they could lead their right life at the end. It is he considered that it is my life, it is my obligation to guide the others, because I have been sent for this one. If I proud myself that I am the leader, I am the prophet of God, yes, he could do. Yes or not? Yes. But he never thought once in his life. He always thought that we have to give something to the poor, to the needy, those who are at a stray stage, those who are finding the right path. I should tell them that this is the right one. You must lead and must follow us. The way of the Holy Quran is the right path. Okay, nothing else. So we always call him as a leader. He did everything for the people, not for himself. Okay? Uncountable examples are in history. Stephen Hawking. Okay? Stephen Hawking, he was paralyzed from his 25th age, but he never ever tried that I am doing everything in his past for the fame, for the respect, for the popularity, but he wanted to inform us, alarm us that the world is ever expanding. There's only a black hole. He did everything for people. There's energy. You must come to know that there's energy, there's a universe that is ever expanding. Okay? For many years. Since the edge of this universe, the universe is ever expanding. He gave the theory of the black hole. Yes? Albert Einstein. Okay? Albert Einstein, theory of the relativity. Did he do everything for money? Never. Okay? Did Bill Gates did everything for money? Never ever. We cannot claim that they always did for their own purposes rather than for others' life, for the best cause of the others, to help the others, to live for others, that we have been taught from the Holy Quran by the Prophet, that live for others, not for yourself. Then at the end, who will cry when you die? Then at the end, who will cry when you die? No one will be in the world that who will cry when you die. If you're living for others, all will cry when you die.